Welcome back. I wanted to start today off with a big shout out to Stu Peters for getting confirmation from his source at UVU about the crime scene being paved over and why the hell were there 3 to 4 armed FBI agents there to watch over the paving over of the crime scene. Pretty sure Orem has their own police department as well as campus police. So why would the FBI be there if not to ensure it was covered up? Oh, by the way, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I seem to forget that and never say it. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. So it keeps me up in the algorithm. I'm new. I need your help. So there's a few things I want to show you. Stu Peters being the man, and one. Let's see. Start with this one.
And manufactured storylines that have been presented by the United States government and its corporate media apparatus. Don't forget, of course, the cadre of, other Operation Mockingbird enforcers ranging from social media influencers to police spokesmen who seemingly want to get online every day in front of a camera just about every day, parroting the lines that have been spoon-fed to them by Kash Patel's FBI or maybe Mike Pompeo's CIA. Now, we've been through the multitude of problems, seemingly endless list of problems with the official narrative here. The claims that Tyler Robinson, this trans-chasing furry lover, shot Charlie Kirk from a rooftop at around 140 yards away with his grandfather's .30-06 before leaving all of the evidence in the world, including the supposed murder weapon, in a nice little stack in the woods so that it would be easily discoverable by law enforcement. But here's the problem with that. We know how Charlie Kirk was killed, and it wasn't by a sniper's bullet. Charlie Kirk was killed by an exploding microphone that dropped black tempered glass all over the murder scene and all over the vehicle that he was whisked away in. And by the way, whatever happened to those vehicles? Whatever happened to the black tempered glass from the lavalier microphone that everyone could plainly see pinned to Charlie?
So kind of covered on, I don't know if you watched my last video, but kind of covered on that yesterday. And as far as the SUV, to my knowledge, it was auctioned off rather quick after Charlie was killed. And let's move on to a couple other things.
Something is being covered up here. And that something is the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk on September 10th and who's actually responsible for it. Now, look, we've been all over the events at Fort Huachuca on September 8th and 9th. We've had Mitch Snow on this program telling us directly what he saw there, who he saw there, including Erica Kirk and Cabot Phillips on the 8th and Brian Harpole on the 9th. And that's not all. The Stu Peters Show has now also been in contact with a source who's extremely close to the situation at Utah Valley University that led to the destruction of the Charlie Kirk assassination scene. And we have learned a whole lot about this. And from the information that we have learned, I would say that it's very safe to say that immediately after Charlie was murdered, there was an intentional, well-organized, and very successful attempt to remove physical evidence, including Charlie's blood, from the crime scene. Now, we just played that video for you. That was within 5 days. Within 5 days, crews are on hand, not just cleaning up, but ripping up and replacing the entire scene. Does that sit right with you?
So, just when you think it can't get any worse, it gets worse. Let's see. I had a couple more here I wanted to show you. Oh, this is the security.
not counting gang violence.
Yeah, that how anybody can watch that and say that they were down there trying to save Charlie's life and pack wounds and so on and so forth in that short period of time. It looked like they were down there trying to cover their asses. Period. So I'm with Stu and the majority of anybody with common sense. This is all a cover up. They had him down there trying to clean up. They didn't expect the neck wound. They didn't expect that. So they weren't prepared for it. Thus the black pieces that were dropped all over in the paving of the crime scene. And I want to show you this video by John Bray. A shout out to John Bray. He does excellent work and has really, really put a lot of effort in on this, the exploding mic.
We took out of there as a crime scene. I don't know why. It wasn't part of the crime scene, really. So we couldn't get into the vehicle until the FBI cleared it. And it happened that Charlie, in the back seat below him, between these two bucket seats, was my computer bag. So everything, I couldn't go anywhere. You know, my wallet was in there. I wasn't going anywhere anyway, but I had to go in and get that out. And so when they finally cleared it, I got into the car and I pulled out my bag, and draped over my bag was Charlie's necklace that had a cross and medallions on it. And I had heard they were looking for that. And so cop was like, "Oh, we've been looking for that." I said, "I got it." So I just took it.
So now that was Frank Turk. I don't know if you realize that that's Frank Turk talking about the necklace and the pendants. And oddly enough, we see with our own eyes, with the multitude of videos, the necklace was broke. So how the necklace with the pendants on it would be found is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then let's go down to some more Stu Peters here.
So all of that can speed things up a bit, but even under those circumstances, to have a crew on site within 5 days is pretty much unheard of. And as for Utah Valley University specifically, and according to my source, this is the first time ever. So it's pretty easy to see what happened here. Somebody had their foot on the gas, making sure that this crime scene was destroyed before anyone else could take a look at it. Because if they had been able to take a look at it, they would have found quite a bit of evidence. Probably a whole lot of that black tempered microphone glass. And I'm sorry this is a little bit graphic, but according to our sources, sod was ripped out of the ground.
So I couldn't go further with that because it got pretty graphic, and I'm new, and well, we know what happens with new people and weird things being said on YouTube. So I had to cut that one off. But you should go see Stu on X. He gives the full story. It was pretty amazing. And then let's see.
And look, if you need any more indication that this was an orchestrated crime scene cleanup, well then consider this. As these crews were destroying that crime scene, armed federal agents were standing by. From start to finish, watching the entire job, making sure that it went on without a hitch and that nobody got too nosy. Just think about that for a minute. As these people tore up the crime scene where Charlie Kirk was assassinated, it wasn't just university officials who were there to make sure that everything went well. Federal agents were standing over them. The feds were there directly orchestrating this cover-up. The FBI were directly supervising the destruction of evidence of the entire murder scene in the most consequential, high-profile political assassination in modern American history. Do you know when else federal agents supervised a cleanup like this one? After 9/11. As evidence that those towers in New York City were brought down by anything other than a couple of planes and some jet fuel was carted out on truck after truck by hand-picked contractors known for keeping their mouths shut.
So we have the FBI standing guard, armed, watching the construction crew that came last minute on a moment's notice to pave over the crime scene to see to it that nobody was able to disturb it or ask any questions. You have I mean, it's just one cover up right after another cover up, and they they can't even keep up with their own lies and the stories that they tell at this point. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. We'll never get anybody on here to actually really investigate. So without the people like Stu Peters, Candace Owens, Baron Coleman, Valhalla, John Bray, and all of us other people that are trying to keep it in the forefront and just not let it go away, we can't let it go away. Again, it's wrong, and we can't let our government throw this in our face, spoon feed it to us, and just say okay, because it's not okay. It is never going to be okay. And we will do this every single day and pray for the best of, more people don't become unalived. And that's all I got for tonight. I hope you have a good night. Again, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. It will help me tremendously. Until the next time, have a good night.